Hello guys, and welcome back to yet another game of the League of Legends. Today we are playing Gragas in the jungle. And I have sort of a question for you guys, because I wasn't going to originally play Gragas. Well, I wasn't originally going to play anybody, to be exact, but there was an idea I was teasing around my head. But I decided, since I'm not so great at it yet, it's something that I kind of have to walk on a bit. But I'm thinking about maybe working on it and doing it next week. But I want to hear your guys' opinions on it. I've been working on getting used to Jungle Lucian. The problem is he doesn't have the biggest amount of ganking potential. The thing is, he doesn't have any CC. So unless you do enough damage, the enemies will get away, and that's why it's kind of like really dependent on your team's damage when you gank. Well, someone like Gragas, he has his body slam, he has his Q. His Q, if you do it, does a slow. And it can go, if you look right here, the damage and slow increases to up to 150% after 2 seconds, meaning if you throw down a Q and you don't... Invaders. Why are they invaders? Are they invading bot lane? So if you guys see, they have Shake on their team. Let me go over the teams real quick. We have mid Vaga, who may or may not be AFK. We have an Akali mid lane, I guess. Okay, no, it's support Vaga, mid lane Akali, ADC Tristana, Lee Sin in the top lane, and jungle Gragas. On their team, they have ADC Graves, support Nami, jungle Shaco, top Nasus, and Katarina in the mid lane. Okay, so she wants us to fight Graves. I don't know if fighting Oli is the best thing we could actually do here. But, yeah, they're backing off, so right now I don't even have a leash. Okay, he came back. Lee Sin's in the mid lane. So, I have to walk back, and I'm going to be pretty late to get anything. So, I probably shouldn't have done that, guys, especially because nothing actually came of it. I don't know why Lee Sin is mid. He's probably trying to get off a cheesy play on the Katarina. Give me a second, guys. I got a cough. Sorry, guys. Almost. I guess they almost got Katarina. I never got a real good look at her health, but yep, it's actually pretty close. So hopefully he'll go ahead and do something, maybe anything at all. Nope, doesn't look like he will, actually. But I guess it's a little bit weird. Now I have enough time to actually go ahead and get some other things. But here, what it means, if you can let this last for 2 seconds, you see how it is turning more red. That means it's going to do much more damage. So, okay, so apparently our person has left. So you don't want to pop it, you want to let it fermentate, I guess. This is going to be a little close, guys. I mean, I could smite it, but I don't think I need to. And it's all over and done with. But now I guess I have to back. It would have been a little bit nice to get a leash, but it seems like I didn't. Guys, I'm sorry. If I die, I apologize, but I'm gonna try to get the wolves. Okay, yep. So I should be able to get the wolves at least. And they're actually getting, it's pretty good because with the Gromp, it's much easier to go and do things like get the wolves. Especially because, as you guys see, like, they're going to be taking constant damage from me. And that's going to just help me do it. So, hopefully now that I have Smite up, there's a chance with everything that I might be able to go ahead and get red buff, guys. But this is a big if, and like, the wolves, it wasn't as big as an if as like, what I thought the wolves were going to be. Dang it. Yep, that's what I said. Chaco's really good at invading, but I thought he would have left by now. But he did, actually. He just came back. But sadly, I didn't expect that. Which completely, I guess I should have probably tried to expect that. But he really caught me off guard. And, oh yeah, Tristana's back. But now I was the second death on my team. Let's see. Tristana also died. Once, I guess. But I guess that seems a little bit natural because Tristana has seemed a little bit aggressive to me since the beginning with that thing, how she wanted us to go in. But To be completely honest, there's no real way to know, and Shaco seems to be making off like a bandit. And Red Gut Buff's probably gone. Yep, but he left us a parting gift, I guess you might say. And I assumed he would, because that's just how some people are. They're just like, oh, you have to go ahead and clear it, and that takes time and energy. So I guess I'll get some farm here. Okay. I don't want to chase too far. Yep. I mean, I probably could fight her if I wasn't a little bit suspicious of her actions. Like, I feel like, okay, if I didn't see Shaco top lane, I would have assumed that maybe she was trying to bait me, because she was being quite a little risky there. So hopefully I can come from behind, get off an early gank, because of what happened with the Shaco. Okay, we got that. I took the kill because, I guess, a little bit of greedy there. Good job. I probably should have let her got it, especially since, but the Shaco got it, so they're both 0-1, so that should be fine for now. Shaco's probably far from me by now, sadly, but there's not much I can do about that, because I have been doing quite a few things with my life. Get off my W, but here's something actually I didn't do at the moment, but I probably should have. Instead of auto-attacking him right away and smiting him, I should have waited for my W to charge up so I could get off a little bit of damage faster that way. So I'm going to try ganking top, because Lee Sin might have some problems with Nasus if he gets too strong, so it's going to be a good idea to shut him down. Check for wards, and there may be ward in this bush, but it's safer to go all the way around. Okay, so he's getting a bit aggressive, which is good. That means he doesn't know we're here. And we should be able to take him if he doesn't ult. Well, I guess it was... Okay, he went all gung-ho for that, I guess. Quoting, I guess, another YouTuber. If you guys don't know, I was quoting Stonewall, because that's something I've heard him say on his channel when someone goes really ham. So hopefully he doesn't mind that I give him this little shout out. But he's one of the YouTubers that I really enjoy watching, and I would recommend that you guys watch him too. So let's see. Right now we want some boots above anything else. We're gonna go, or maybe Cinderhulk. Can we get Cinderhulk? Yeah, this will be much more effective than boots. I mean, boots will help a little bit more with the ganking, but Gragas is someone who's playing mobile with his E, and it's a 12-second cooldown, but it's pretty good for someone as large and robust as he is to be able to leap over walls in a single throwing of your belly. Okay, that was a little, I guess, predictable to an extent. Shaco and then probably stopped and waited for her instead of going for Dragon right away, which is both good and bad on their side. Okay, so they left for that, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get this. I smited Shaco, so I don't have smite, which is probably really bad, but I was hoping to get him so we wouldn't have to worry as much. And they've... Okay, my team is completely, like... My team should be helping me instead of just running away. But it seems like they got the Shaco anyway, so I'm just going to be here to see if I can ward off any real aggression. Or smite it if I have to, but I'm not really going to be able to help with it. Oh, I actually got it somehow. And I'm going to say none of us are in any condition to fight the dragon. So I'm going to recommend that we do not do that. But we did get Shaco and Katarina out of this for nothing. And if you guys see what I did, it was just very close, but I used my E, my body slam, to knock Katarina out of being able to use her ultimate. Which could have possibly just won the fight there, because I wasn't paying a super close amount of attention, but you saw everyone was really low. And Katarina's ult does a lot of damage if you let it go for the full kind of like rotation. If she can, well, not rotation, but I said that because she spins, but just for the whole duration, not the rotation. But who am I to judge if anyone calls it anything else? So Shaco's 6 already. He has some more farm than I do, which I guess makes it expected that he's a little level higher than me. So you see, instead of auto-attacking right away, I'm going to do that. Don't need to really smite him. I'll save that for the Gromp. The only problem is, I'm afraid of this Shaco a bit. Ah, dang it. I was hoping to get him with that. And I think Shaco just blinked in, guys. So that was a little unpredictable. I knew he was probably going to try to steal it. So hopefully, if he is there. Okay, he saw us. And we're not going to chase him, but we're going to smite this. So now we get the buff of it. And if he does fight us, we're definitely going to be in a upper hand with the Gromp buff, our blue buff. And I guess that was also kind of predictable. Come on, don't get in range of queuing. Okay, so I was hoping to turn around and maybe throw off my Q for a second, but I think I should have expected a few things there. I didn't know the Lee Sin was so low. I probably could have just checked up here and saw he was low, and that was pretty bad on a few fronts, I guess you might say. Lee Sin should have seen that Shaco was nearby and probably should have made more of an attempt to get out, but I completely didn't pay any attention, so I should have been paying more attention. So I lost my blue buff and everything to him, sadly, but I still have my Gromp buff. Though, not that it helps me because it's almost up, guys, and to be honest, I'm not going to be able to use it for much else than helping me farm the red buff. So let's see, bot lane is doing pretty bad. Not through any fault of their own, of course, but it's understandable because they've gotten a few ganks off with the mid lane and other lanes. Hopefully, you know, I'm gonna try not to use my smite, but it's completely possible that they're gonna try to take the dragon. But let's see if I can't go bot lane, try to save this turret. My ult's almost up, so I might be able to take out the Graves. And I see the soccer there. I'm not dumb, guys. Just so you know, I was hoping that since there were, I believe Akali was a bit close, and she did go in actually. And I'm just there to say I didn't realize that, but it's good that she got out without dying. That's good. She got kills, but I was a little unfocused there, and that was probably, if that went wrong, it's probably gonna be a little bad on me, guys, cause I was a little bit blind at some points. So, hopefully our team can go for that. If I got my smite off. If I get my smite off, it should be a piece of cake. And you see, guys, I kind of just used my whatever there, my Q, to kind of zone her out, because now she had to go towards the turret and kind of stay there, and there was no way she could actually defend against that. And we're gonna go for dragon, guys, I guess. So she was low enough that my Q was definitely gonna kill her, and now I'm not so sure about this fight because the most lovable of all clowns is here. And yeah, we should definitely get out of here and attempt perhaps a smite steal, or our teammates can go in. Yeah, we're good. We're definitely in a bad position here, and at least I got the kill on Graves, a return kill. But as you guys see, I believe we paid 2 guys for that, which isn't so great. So I'm hoping I could still steal it. This will be close if I do attempt to steal it. Okay, so we got the Shaco and we got the dragon, so that's pretty good. And if you guys saw, he kind of Come on, you should just, oh, she flashed and healed, so I guess, you know, she's gonna get, I thought she actually was gonna do that, guys, but apparently the bubble got her, and she should have tried to dodge that skill, and everyone's going in one by one and dying, sadly. That makes it a little bit less worth it, but I still think it was pretty good. And I'm gonna go more Bruiser-esque, because that's kind of what you gotta do on Gragas, because he becomes a really fat tank when you let him go that far. So hopefully the enemy team doesn't lets me go that far. So sadly, I think Tristana, after killing the Shaco, should have jumped out of the dragon pit instead of fighting her. But then I almost got like, oh, maybe she'll fight her, and then Vigo ran in, and when after the Tristana died, it would have been good if Tristana was still alive to try to save her. But since the Tristana had already died, I wouldn't have recommended it. So, I'm going to continue following him a bit, just because I'm going this way anyways, you know. No point in doing much else. I was going to head mid lane to see if I could get a gank off anyways. Oh wait, he got him. Okay, so Shaco isn't going after me, which is good. I don't know why, per se, he went after the whatever. And we got him, so that's pretty good. If you guys can't tell, it's look for the one with like he had blue buff, and you see Tristana got it. But because he had blue buff, it made him if you looked at the two different ones, then he had his clone now, but you could tell which one he was by his blue buff. And I'm gonna just use this in terms of getting off the minion wave. That's pretty good in terms of like. She could have jumped in and probably killed me or the Viga, so zoning her off a bit will be very helpful. The thing is, here's something that's really good with Grog is if you have flash, like oh, Shaco's here. I heard his laugh, which means I think that means he's cute. And Tristana before, as you guys saw, she was signaling to be careful, so I wasn't paying too much attention, but I think Shaco came, yep. But anyways, even if he didn't come, it would have been pretty useful to kind of heed that warning. So let's see if I can't pull off some sneaky moves. If I E flash, we could do something really nice. Like you guys see, like I actually... Okay, but that was pretty bad. I didn't really have much follow-up, and I didn't ping before, so my team probably didn't fully expect that, sadly. That was my bad, but I guess all in all, I think, okay, now that everyone's dying, I was going to say it wasn't too big a failure because the enemy team didn't get much out of it, but now they got an 8. They should have just backed off after I died, I guess. But I guess I did lead the charge, so I'm not going to really blame them. Rod of Ages, like I've said before, and I'll say again, it's best to get it early because it does stack as time goes on. I'm hopefully gonna get mid before they can destroy it, or at least Vigo. Nope, I don't know. Nasus, if you don't know, he's really good at tower pushing because his Q, which is really known to be strong, especially actually works also on towers. So it's something that you gotta watch out for. Let's see. We got that Force Dragon. They don't have anything else, but they have more towers. In fact, we don't have a single tower, so this is gonna be an uphill struggle, I guess you might say. But hey, it's kind of to be expected at times. The problem is I want to make sure there's nothing invisible in this direct area that I'd have to fear from perhaps a Shaco. I don't know. Does Lee Sin want it? Nope. I guess he's just going towards his top lane. And as you guys see, I'm getting more attacks in my W because it's a really strong move, especially in the jungle. And my Q is very, I guess, conditional. You have to pop at the right times and everything you have to do, and E. Everything is just pretty much just better. His W is probably the best skill to max, in my opinion. Just because if you can get an auto attack range with your E and keep an auto attack range, it'll just in the end be very well. You'll be really well off. So I'm gonna try to keep them off me with this. Just gonna back away. If he does wither me, I know I have the ability to knock him off with my ult, but hopefully I'd like to do something like knock them into the tower range. But staying like still like that is probably the wrong message to send out, and I'm gonna try to defend top lane. So you guys saw him, he probably put down a box, so hopefully I can defend it. And like I said, I have ult if anything goes a little bit sour. Oh wait, they flashed. And he ulted, so a lot of things will pop there. I ulted too. And that's probably most likely his clone, not only because he's just being really careless. Like, it's gonna die pretty easily if he does get in close, so it's nothing to really worry about. Because when they do obvious things like that, it becomes really obvious to tell who is the real Shaco and which one's the clone. It's just pretty easy. Just gonna throw that in there, of course, because he's in there. Pretty simple to see. And charge up my whatever, my W, so I can use it if I have to at a moment's notice. Though it's ended pretty soon, and dodging any real damage. Okay, so my barrel's still there, so hopefully it does damage good. So it blew up on them, so hopefully, yep, I was gonna say hopefully the Lee Sin knew that if he turned around, that was the best option. Because if you guys saw, Nasus was coming from up here, meaning if he stuck around a bit too long, he was gonna get caught. So he did the best thing in his situation. He went and got a kill because he knew it was obvious he was gonna die. There was no way he was gonna escape. So that was the best thing he could have done. Now hopefully they get the minions off the turret before it blows up. Okay, good. Our turret's still alive. That's kind of what matters. Since we've lost 4 turrets already, 2 mid, 1 top, 1 bot, and we have yet to get any of their turrets, we're definitely gonna have to focus on doing that from now on. Of course, bottom lane turret is almost dead, so we should focus on that, but I guess Dragon is up, and we don't want them to get that either. But I believe Shaco is dead at the point, so we shouldn't be too afraid of them going straight for it. I mean, he's not dead now, but he died recently. So there's no way he could really just be right at Dragon in this very moment. But we're not going to go straight for Dragon, guys, because they saw us go through mid lane, and it would be very obvious. So I was just going to sweep mid lane, I guess you might say, and make sure there are no wards. Okay, someone should go ahead and get that ward. And Shaco being over here, I don't think he could have jumped over that wall from when he did it, so he probably just ran away. And we should be focusing, of course, the Graves. Got the kill there. Gonna flash away. Don't want to die. And yep. The one thing I was afraid of, I was gonna say I didn't think Shaco died yet, so flashing might have been worthless, but it's 3 for 3, and that's good, of course, but now if you guys think about it, they have a chance to get Dragon now. I mean, it's good that they don't have it yet, so even if they do get it, it's not going to be super influential, I guess you might say. We killed Graves first, so he wasn't going to be able to defend anything, so I was thinking that Lee Sin should probably have pushed a little bit more, but I guess, considering that Nasus is teleporting in, and I knew that was Nasus, he's the only one on their team with teleport, though it was harder to tell and off because everyone did teleports, so that was a little bit weird, and you had to almost like see who was the one who teleported more often, which is why I could get some of those guesses right when I did guess. Sometimes I would guess like, oh, who's teleporting when I watched it, and I would make a guess, and I'd get quite a few right because I knew by watching the teleports, seeing who came more often. So all in all, that wasn't the worst case scenario. We did get some damage on us, and Dragon's gone. So let's see. I don't like these boxes, guys. They just make everything less fun. Part of me wants to knock them out of short range using my ultimate. I know there's a box there, guys. Or it's a little bit farther than I thought it was. So hopefully... Nope, it wasn't enough, guys. Was not enough. And we're getting kind of a little bit poked out. Okay, so I ulted hoping to get Choco in. And he actually came back in, which means he was going to die. And if you guys look, this is actually something you check in. If you look at Choco, he's 14-6 and I was 4-6. Who was more worth to kill, right? That's what you got to think about. He was worth more gold. Dinde, and you guys saw he had a bounty, so it was just the battle for us to get it. If Akali doesn't die, it will still be very good for us. But as I thought, it was a hard fight, especially because there was multiple guys there. So Rylai's, and I'm gonna say I don't usually recommend this, but if you guys check it out, Omrekers, yeah, that's what it's called, Omreker. This is a pretty good item for us in this game. I'm gonna say that right now, since we have a pretty aggressive team comp, and Omreker is something that disables the turret for about 2 seconds. I'm not sure exactly how long, but I'm gonna guess around 2 seconds. So that's really good for tower diving, and if you're a team that's behind a bit with towers, like they have 2 turrets up on us. No, 3. Actually, I didn't know his bot was still up, but they have more towers, so it's really worth on them because they have more towers to kind of like counteract. And I'm just gonna help push mid lane with my abilities. Not much I can do there, and I have to kind of like be alive in the Katarina is because I have a lot of things. My ult and my E are both very strong in stopping her from fighting. So that's kind of what I have to focus on. When we enter a fight and Katarina's there, I kind of want to be able to make it so that she can't fight back too well. And Graves is fighting the Lee Sin. I didn't want to like take that. I was just going towards it in case like he did need help. And I have no idea what the enemy team is. Okay, yeah. They said to be careful, so I assume that they might have been going towards our team. And this is a pretty poor path if they were going straight to mid lane. But it seems like they are a little too preoccupied with chasing. So I was a little more safe to do this. But I wouldn't recommend. If you see the enemy team here, you shouldn't go ahead and get right in front of the path that they would have to take to get to you. Okay, so we managed to help save the Katarina. I mean, not the Katarina. Okay, we should be able to fight the Katarina pretty easily. Okay, so she actually used her pink. Yeah, this was pretty bad on our part. But I'm kind of confident that we'll be able to get out of this. Yep, and our team got the kill anyway, so I was kind of confident that our team could kind of like come save us if we did get in a really sticky situation. And there's Graves, so we might even be able to get the Graves out of this if we're careful. But Graves is much faster than we are, so I guess getting the Nami and the Katarina are pretty nice. And let's go top lane, because we have a good push going there. We don't want to have him to stop it. We can't get mid tower right now because there's no minion wave. The tower was still on me, sadly. I was hoping I could flash out in time, but I didn't, and now our team's kind of going to get destroyed because Nasus, let's see, how many stacks does he have? He has 350 right now. And as you guys see, his Q does an immense amount of damage. He just kind of smashes our faces in. So sadly, guys, that probably wasn't the smartest choice on my part. But I didn't know Nasus was so strong. Because I thought our Lee Sin was pretty solid in the top lane, but as you guys see, I was a little bit wrong. Got a level 1 item and button champs. Yeah, I guess he's a little little salty, I guess, because Nasus is one of those champions who, well, not all players can play. It's very easy just to get by with constantly queuing, but it takes. And some people usually say those are no skill champions. Well, I say that's kind of like mean to say, because would you like it to be say, oh, the champion that you're playing, like because you're playing him, you have no skills of your own. It's just the skills of the champion that are allowing you to do it. I'd say that's a little kind of like mean. So I should be able to take this person out pretty easily. Considering if I do get my W off. Dang you. This is a little bit of a pain. And this chasing forever might just get me caught, but I'm greedy as heck. Yeah, so I'm gonna just push, guys. So that was a little bit greedy. If you guys want me to be completely honest, if anyone did come and I wasn't prepared for a fight, I guess you might say. So I'm gonna just admit that that wasn't the best idea in the world, but I'm gonna say that sometimes I like getting a little greedy. Okay, let's see, they're all up, so I should probably not push too far. This is pretty good, especially because I don't want to die. Gonna check if there's any signs of them coming in, but it seems not. Guys, let's go for the greedy plays. Yeah, we should be able to take him out if we're really good. And that's kind of smart. He's staying away from the bushes. I don't know if he did that like aware of what he was doing, but that very much makes it harder for me if I was being in the bushes to go after him. Let's see if I can't just follow him along and get him after all. But this is a little difficult, especially since their team is so heavily in our base. Don't push, yeah. Dang it, guys. Yeah, I mean, I was hoping to get the drop on him. That's the problem. Like, if I did, like, kind of get the drop on him, he didn't expect me to come, that would have gone so much better for me, because I was hoping to be a really big surprise. Like, I do a good amount of damage, but Graves is someone who you kind of got to bust out, because if you guys don't know what his passive is, True Grit, he gets 30 bonus armor and magic resistance for auto being in a fight, and if he's taking damage or giving it, that kind of procs it and it goes up to 10 stacks. So I don't know what one stack is. One stack might be 30 and it might be 10 times. Like, that would be 300. I'm not sure, to be honest. But Graves is one of those champs who has good burst. But, you know, you can't, if you don't have, and he's weak against burst himself. But if you're a sustained damage champion and you're fighting a Graves, like, it's going to be pretty hard for you to take him down. Okay, so he got that. Okay, and I got that one, I guess, but I didn't get it with my W. So in this position, we're in a little of a tight spot, I guess. But I say our team isn't really strong enough to kind of take this out, and I'm here just in case, you know, something happens, and I want to be there for the Akali. Okay. Okay, so Akali should definitely be careful. I'm afraid that the... Okay. That's just there, just in case. And, good, I'm gonna get out of my jungle. Okay. We don't have a tower, but I should just be able to walk out unless Shaco comes in. Okay, so all in all, that was a pretty nice team fight, and okay, Shaco's here, but he might have just kind of like flew out of there, considering how things went. He might have wanted to changed his mind about going straight in on me, considering my whole team was there. So I should be able to catch up the Nami. I don't know what Shaco is. He's someone who's able to be, if he's good, to be long gone. Or he could totally turn on us if we're not careful. So I'm going to stay back a bit. I'll be this kind of person who's just here, a little bit tasty. I did get that kill though, which is nice, and I don't think I'll be able to die if they won't be able to go on me. And the thing is, we also have a really good team for shutting down Katarina, in my opinion. We have her ult, Lee Sin's ult, my ult, like, and his stun. So basically, we have a lot of ways to kind of get Katarina's ult. Like, here's something I've heard for different people. Some of them were being YouTubers. I think it was actually Stonewall again, but I'm not sure. So I'm not going to say, oh, for sure, 100% this was Stonewall. But people like Katarina are someone who are highly dependent on taking combos. Like, if she just gets off, like, a Q, like, if you silence her, if you can crowd control her, so that she can't do that combo, it just greatly weakens her. So he's dead. He knows that. I mean, he was kind of hoping he could. He was hoping probably it was otherwise, but he knew that he was going to die if he continued to fight me. And Graves, if he does fight me with that low health, like, I should definitely be able to take him out. But I should not be overconfident. Like, if he does get the jump on me, like I said, someone like him who's better at burst will definitely be able to take me out. Okay, and I think they just got Dragon. I heard that noise that sounds like it just happened to be from Dragon. Oh, and here's Shaco. Dang it. Everyone was here. If it was just me and Graves, I guess that's why it wasn't just Graves. Graves was confident enough to go in because his team was here, and I should have. That's something you gotta think about. If a champion who was like Graves ran away from me, if he's coming in on me, either he thinks he can win, which something has changed. Just know that something has definitely changed, and what happened to change. What changed now is he had people to back him up in that gank, whereas I didn't. So let's see. I don't know what to do, guys. Omeka. Yeah, Omeka should be a good item about now. Get some armor and some health regen. Health regen is always gonna be kind of good. I mean, it's not an item you should really invest in, but if it's between like getting nothing and getting this, I mean, it's a good item to get, especially because it's building into what I want to build in. Katarina, no! Yeah, she was dead no matter what, so she wasn't really going to be saved, and neither can he be saved. I was hoping that if I ulted them into the wall, they'd have a little bit more of a chance, but it seems like that was not the case. So I'm going to put this here so it'll be alive for a little bit. I'm hoping to keep them off the tower, but that wasn't the case, very, very sadly. So, I don't know. This isn't the best fight to fight, so I'm gonna go heal up. Hopefully have enough for, nope, no, I don't have enough for that. So, I'm just gonna go back into the fight. Like I said, we're not in the best position. Throw out that there. I saw him. You guys saw him for a split second, I guess you might say. Okay, yeah, I was hoping to survive that, but I didn't. And hopefully he dies. Come on. Just on a Q. Nope, he didn't die, and hopefully Lee Sin can do that. Okay, yeah, Lee Sin was gonna die, so he went for the one that he could get. Like I said, that's really smart of him, but The problem is with Katarina and them, they might not be able to completely push it down and get the Nexus and all. And that's good. We got down anyone on their team that could really kind of like end the game at this moment, but they're gonna make it increasingly hard for us. If they can get down our Nexus turrets, we're in a very bad position. And the only problem is, as soon as Nasus is up, he can teleport, and that is gonna be difficult. Like, I don't think they'll be able to end it, but they'll get really close, and that's what scares me a bit, I guess you might say. Okay, Nasus, we have 16 seconds till Nasus is up, so we have to make sure we can clear out some of the minions. Okay, I was thinking that Vigo was gonna have them, but it seems like he also went for that. But when I mean clean out the minions, like Nasus will be able to teleport into the minions. Okay, got it, and the minion's gone, but the problem is, like, I don't think he had his teleport up, or he probably would have done it. So it's pretty good that he didn't. So what I was planning to do, if he did come, to ult him as far away from the turret as possible, because that's probably the best I could have done in any given moment. But Gragas is really strong as a tank, but it seems like they're kind of surpassing that strength, because they're actually, like, really, really destroying me. I don't have a lot of armor or whatever, but I have a lot of health, as you guys see. And I can take some damage, but apparently not enough. And the one thing I have this for is it helps us clear out wards, and when Shaco does go invisible, we'll have the shakedown on him. I was afraid that he might have tried something cheeky, went in that bush, especially because we didn't check it. So let's see. I'm going to go back now. They're probably doing something like getting Dragon, or they already have it, I guess. Or they're probably getting Baron. My best guess is they're going for Baron. So this game is, if they have Baron, it's probably going to be like almost impossible to win if we don't make the right moves, if we get greedy. So I'm going to say there's sort of constrictions on our victory if we want to win. Okay, if Baron is down and they have it, okay, they don't have it. That's taking out a big problem of ours. But as you guys see, like, I'm pretty tanky. These guys, they're just minions, but there's so many of them that it's sort of problematic. And we really have to get rid of them. But if we can't get rid of them, oh gosh, it's over. And that's kind of where the Sunfire Cape comes in really well. Having that up as an option is really good for us, allowing us to clear waves much faster. Okay, I was hoping to cheese that, I guess you might say. I got that, guys. So maybe now it'll be a little bit easier. I'm going to flash for that and to get out, because I really just need to get out. If you can distract, like, the Nasus and the minions are going to be the biggest problems here. Now that he's alive, okay, yeah, they ended this, sadly, guys. GG, well played. They did a very good job. I didn't get to finish GG, well played. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this game, and hopefully you guys saw some of the better points of this game and where we were really strong. I mean, don't use ult as poorly as I did, but I'll tell you the ideas behind it. You need to either separate the team and make it easier to take one down one of them, because together they're really strong. Because if you think of Shaco, he's a champion who is an assassin. He's very pick reliant until he gets really strong, and when he gets really strong, he can just 1v1 you if you're not strong enough, as you've seen in many cases. But Gragas is sort of like a tank, and tanks are anti-assassin. They're not able to get busted as easily. So what you're supposed to do is kind of cause disruption to their team. Prime example of that is if Katarina ults, I have to do something, ult her to get her out of that. And Gragas' ult is best for either splitting up their team or blowing the team back into you. Let's say I'm able to throw the casket, I don't know, I think it's called the explosive casket, but I think that's his Q. I don't know what his ult is called at the moment. I didn't read it, but if you get it behind him, they're going to come towards you. Or if you do in the center of the team, you blow them up, blow them apart, and try to go for the squishiest one before the enemy team has time to regroup. So sorry guys, that was a little bit long for an outro, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I already said that, but If you did, remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time on the League of Legends.